Hello, fabulous gamers. Mild content warning. I make a lot of jokes about the word trap in this one. I know not everyone is comfortable with reclaiming that slur, so if that bothers you, then use discretion ahead.
Heavenly Scoobert, give us this day our daily due, and guard us from temptation, and lead us into clues.
One of my friends goes by the name Scoober Goober, so that was just really funny to me.
All right, we're doing another one of these. I think we're calling ourselves the Munchie Machine. I like that one.
That works for me.
I'm gonna go with it for now. Hopefully, we'll have a name by now. We're 3 episodes in.
We just like talking.
We just
guys.
love talking.
I'm sorry.
We just love talking, and so we were spoiled for choice for this dip. This is dip into the dew, where we went to Amazon. And we're just scrolling through all these Scoobies, and there's so many Scoobs. I think we might have
all of them
underestimated.
You have to pay for, so
yeah,
maybe someday if this actually gets off the ground, we'll get a Patreon, and you guys can help us buy episodes of Scooby Doo.
That's how we're gonna do this. And so we settled on Scooby Doo. We settled on Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated, which is the. I'm gonna do another take of that. So we settled on Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, which is the one that is more story-based and mystery-oriented, and it's got an ongoing thing.
This is Mel's favorite, so it better be good or I'm going to roast
I'm going to kill you. Okay, look, there's some stuff I don't like in it, but it's mostly good. I like it overall, and I like a lot of stuff.
I'll take mostly good.
Yeah. It's the one that everyone generally likes as far as Scooby-Doo goes. They're like, ooh, watch this one. This one's pretty good. So, yeah. And Courtney doesn't know pretty much, maybe a little bit about it, but not too much.
I don't
know. You might have seen a little bit, but
when did it come out?
2010-ish, I want to say.
Okay,
Let me look it up.
No, I don't.
Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated came out in 2010. Yes, so it's a little more like current at the time take on Scooby-Doo, even though it's like 14 years ago.
That hurts my feelings.
Yeah. All right, but I really like it, so I'm down to watch some. Let's dive into the dew. That's our saying now.
We're diving. Why everybody rich?
So this is the one. In this one, they are their families show up, which I think this is one of the only ones they do.
Except for Velma's family. Velma's family's not rich.
Yeah. No, yeah. I feel like I think Shaggy's been rich. I don't remember. But, yeah, no. I think Daphne's family is rich. Fred's family is... Fred's the man. Dad is the mayor. And Sheriff Kronk.
Sheriff Kronk!
Yeah.
Fucking deceased.
Yeah. So we start out on the episode.
The second Patrick Warburton started talking, I just looked at Mel like, you fucking asshole. Because Mel... yes.
Hi, Peter.
I listen to this all day long.
I've conditioned her into suffering whenever Patrick Warburton speaks.
PTSD.
She can never watch Emperor's New Groove ever again.
Oh, the poison for Cusco. Yeah, no, I can't.
Alright, Peter, let's go solve this mystery. Oh, with our good friend Quagmire.
No!
and Brian. Anyways, so we...
I'm going to bed immediately.
So they're in Crystal Cove, and they're trying to solve mysteries, but nobody likes them.
Yes, they keep getting arrested for being meddling kids.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. It's the opposite of the first episode, where everyone's like, "Oh, good job."
And the cops are like, "Thanks."
Yeah, this time the cops are like, "No, we've had enough of you." And you guys have been doing this for fucking 20 years by this point. Probably longer.
Oh, it's more like 40.
40 years. God damn.
Yeah.
By the time this show is out, it had been 40 years, and now it's more like 60. I might live to see Scooby-Doo's 100th anniversary. That thought just struck me. Holy shit.
I'm gonna keep you alive that long. That's my new goal.
That's my new goal in life, to make it to Scooby. The second Scooby-Doo 100 hits, I will die. Die on the spot. Anyways, so, I think, did we see we didn't see the monster, did we?
No,
but there's
all
just
the fake monsters that Velma
yeah,
is bitching about.
Velma's like, all these fucking posers.
And then some dude eating a smoothie goes through a wall.
Yeah.
And they open radioactive waste because men are what? Fucking stupid.
They were, let's open this barrel. Oh no! And then they die, just like in Lethal Company.
By just exploding radioactive waste or something.
That's the end of the show. They just die.
That's it. That was the episode.
Yeah, that was the episode. Any other thoughts so far?
I mean, presumably the gang is going to go investigate this radioactive sludge, right?
Yeah. And
I'm so tired right now.
It's
alright, I'm fine.
Fred's thing is traps this season.
Fred, listen. We're making jokes.
Listen, I'm transgender.
We're making jokes we're allowed to make.
We're transgender. Courtney's non-binary. I'm transgender woman. We can make the jokes. No, okay, I won't make too many. But I did make the one. Daphne's a trans woman, and Fred's a chaser.
Listen, he's got a thing for traps. Look. It's funny when you're not a cishet person. If a cishet person said that, I karate chop them in the throat.
Oh, I'm sorry in advance, but I had to, it's right there. It's right there. I had to. I'm invoking my trans
That's
woman
your trans
rights.
rights.
I get one. And everyone else is more or less the same. Velma's nerdy, smart, kind of sassy. I think she's kind of mean this one, actually.
She's a little mean.
She's a little bit of a bitch, and I kind of like it, of course.
I'd let her be mean to me.
And Daphne's like, fucking... Oh, man. I think Daphne in this one is explicitly into Fred.
Yes.
Like, they're a thing. As opposed to,
also, all of her sisters are, like, doctors and scientists.
They're all girl bosses.
Yeah, they're girl bossing, too close to the sun.
Yeah. And, anything else? I think Scoob and Shag. Shag is a rich kid. And I feel like I feel like Shag's always been a rich kid, or at least had rich relatives.
I don't think he's like as rich in this one as he was in previous ones, but they are definitely upper middle class.
I feel like he has rich relatives. Like, I don't think Shaggy himself is specifically rich, but he's always had rich relatives.
That do be how some rich people dress. Like Dave Grohl be wearing these black T-shirts that I know are $300. You know?
Scoop,
it just
Shag reveals it's like
a Hanes black T-shirt.
It's a designer T-shirt that Shaggy's always wearing, and those baggy pants that cost $600.
I mean, I have seen some stupid rich people fashion.
No,
it would not, be beyond my capacity to see that.
Yeah. So this one, so far it's pretty standard Scoob fare. The main things that are setting it apart right now is like the focus on, the showing that they have little families, and the Fred's thing with traps.
His mom is kind of hot. Can I throw that out there?
You're not the only one who thinks that. Let me tell you that.
Listen, that wild streak, that Bonnie Raitt streak, it's very good.
Yeah. And what else? Oh, and the theme song. Unfortunately, the theme song is not very good.
It's not Simple Plan. So
yeah. We've had banger theme songs so far, with the original, of course, being a classic. And then you got Simple Plan, which is a classic. This one, Mystery Inc., unfortunately, Mystery Inc.'s theme song is pretty weak. Not very interesting. I don't memorize it.
I don't even remember it.
It's just like, woo. It's not, it's not as iconic. So far, it's the worst of the three. And that's very important. We have to always rank the Scooby-Doo openings.
You know what? That's fair.
It's like the Power Rangers themes, where they have the first super iconic one, and then all the other ones are kind of riffing on that, but sometimes there's really good ones, and then sometimes they're just kind of forgettable, and most of the time they just default to the old original classic one. Because, of course, there's no need to fix what isn't broken. Yeah. But I do like when they put a new little theme song in. It's cool. Yeah, some of the best Power Rangers ones are from the spin-off series, or, well, not really. Are they spin-offs? I guess so. I don't know.
You were asking the wrong bitch.
You're right. I'm the Power Ranger expert.
I was not allowed to watch Power Rangers.
You were poor child.
I was censored. I watched like 8 episodes at Sandy's house over the span of like 3 years.
Believe this. You missed out.
Yeah.
You missed out.
To be fair, it was because my brother was an impressionable youth.
That's fair.
And he would have 100% kicked me in the face trying to replicate some Power Rangers moves.
It's morphin' time.
My mom did not want that hospital bill when he broke my nose.
Yeah, probably.
So.
All right. So we're going back, and they're driving. They're going to investigate the mystery. They're gonna solve that mystery.
Daphne is down so fucking bad.
Yeah.
I have never seen a bitch simp so hard.
And Fred destroyed her.
Fred absolutely. That's why we're such good friends. Just 8 trillion psychic damage into her entire career. Shit.
Yeah, so this one is the other thing that Mystery Incorporated takes like a deviation from standard Scoobage. It goes into explicitly romantic territory with the gang. So most Scooby-Doos, you're not really going to see a lot of romance unless it's like
the gang.
Unless it's like an NPC side character that doesn't show up again, really. Which they like have like, oh, she's a pretty girl and she likes to eat. Oh boy, that's really cool. And and then she's like, wow, Shaggy, you're cool, but also I'm not showing up again.
Never see her again.
Never seeing me again.
No.
Yeah. And maybe they'll put a funny girl dog for Scooby too. Whoa, that's Poodle. Whoa, that gets me horny. Skibbity yacht.
I'm going to slap you.
and
making me have to hear those words in a Scooby voice.
Bam, girl, let me raise you up. No, don't bite me. No! I know we're the Munchie machine, but don't bite me.
No, I might.
Let's see, what else? So explicitly
Fred stole a body.
Fred's destroyed.
Fred's autistic ass stole a body.
This is autistic Fred.
That's why he has no concept that Daphne likes him. She's just nice, you know.
Yeah.
Just full autism.
This is full autism Fred. They gave him the autism.
Yeah.
And his special interest is trapping. I'm gonna say it like that to avoid
Yes.
and snaring, perhaps.
Velma's like really down.
She wants to get it on. Yeah. Oh no. I thought you were talking about Shaggy, but yeah.
That too.
She wants to get it on with Shaggy, which frankly cannot fathom. But
listen, I love kind of a string bean dude.
I'm
I don't know
not
about
a man
Shaggy.
like her, in case you can't tell. But as a raging lesbian, don't see the appeal. But I feels like they were just
Neither of the guys are hot, and both the girls are hot.
It's like I think they were
guys,
like fucking. Okay, we're gonna do a romance arc with Fred and Daphne. Better put Velma and Shaggy just because they're there. That's how. But
Shaggy's like, I can't break it to Scoobs. Scoobs can't know that we're a thing. It's gonna break his heart. He's my best friend. And Velma's like, will you hold my goddamn hand already?
Velma,
and the answer is no.
I feel like Velma just wants to get down with someone, and she doesn't care who it is. She's just trying to get some action. I think that's her angle.
She is an all action, no words kind of girl.
Mm-hmm. And then, anyways, we found those guys from the
R2D2 ass. Continue.
R2D2 ass. The monster. The monster is gooping people up, putting them in goop, and it's glowing green slime, and they're all getting slimed like on Nickelodeon. Took me a while to get to there, but I did. They go to Fruit Myers,
which is not ice cream, not yogurt. It's
a secret third thing.
It doesn't necessarily look appetizing, but also I want to eat it. It looks cold and maybe kind of creamy, and
I guess so. And they're like, oh, doctor, tell us what this formula is. It's like, I don't know. Oh, that's right. Velma said.
Can we go back? Okay. Can we go back to...
Yeah.
We're talking about the body now.
Yeah.
Not the formula of the not smoothie, not ice cream, not whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So they take it to their high school science teacher, and they're like, hey, what is this? And then he gets gooped!
Yeah, he gets gooped. And he's like, oh, I'll have to study it. I guess I'll have to see. And then he gets gooped.
And the janitor walks in and doesn't know where he is, and he's gooped to the ceiling.
Yeah.
In bright green goop.
And Velma also says some bullshit she just made up. She's like, "What do you think that goop is?" And he's like, "I bet it's a multi-cell anatomic isotopic sexual preference."
What is happening?
She invented neo-pronouns for that thing.
Low key, not wrong.
So yeah, that was she did the thing in cartoons where, the scientist, or like in TV shows in general, where the scientist says a bunch of science words, but they don't make any sense if you actually know what they mean.
And they might.
No.
We're not science people.
I'm a science people. Look, I took science in school. I know the words. I know the funny words. Don't look at me like that.
I probably took more science than you.
I took a lot of science. I liked science.
Yeah, me too.
I was a science kid, kind of.
I went to science camp like 6 years in a row.
I ate
beans.
Edit this out. All right, fucking. Let's do the rest of the episode. Next minute. Let's go.
First off.
Yes.
Scooby can pick locks with his nails.
Yeah, his nails are handy. Scooby's got powers now. So, like, when we go, he's got the claws. His claws can break ice. He can propel with his tail. And he can lockpick. He is the gang's ultimate weapon.
He is. Kind of just a multi-tool.
Yeah.
They all hang out at, like, it's a radio station called Kegel, but they play, like, funk.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a college station or what, but the bitch that runs it is hot.
Yeah. Her name is... I forgot what her name was.
I don't think they ever said her name.
No,
Did they say her name?
She said, like, I'm... Let me check. Mystery Incorporated characters.
Anyways, Fred made a whole-ass Rube Goldberg machine to try and catch the monster.
Angel Dynamite is her name.
That's right, she did say her name.
Yeah. And
it's a hot name.
Angel Dynamite, she's like... she's there. She's like, I run this radio, and oh yeah, they brought over the ice cream, or not the slime, then they find out that the slime is the ice cream.
They turn around, and Scooby's eating the slime, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "What? It's Fruit Myers." And they all go over and stick their fingers
they
in
did
the bowl
that.
of the dog, and
I would not do that. It was disgusting.
Let me. This dog licks its balls. Let me.
Does Scooby have...
Put something that his mouth has touched in my mouth. That's a great idea.
Does Scooby have balls, though? Is he fixed?
Okay, well, presumably he has a dick.
That's true, okay. But
Unless
he got the balls?
Castrated the dog.
He doesn't. But... no. Scooby is beyond mortal.
Listen.
He does not need to reproduce.
Listen, he transcends. I understand this.
Yes.
But... in the real world.
Do he got a dick, though?
That dog would have a dick.
He would,
and I don't want...
Hey, Miss Scooby-Doo!
Dog dick water in my mouth.
That is funnily kind of similar to a character's name down the line.
Dick water?
A little bit. There's a character.
I'm not prepared.
I wonder if I should tell you.
No, don't tell me.
All right, then. I won't.
I want to scream about it later.
Okay. But just remember dog dick water for later.
I shan't. But and I'm sure it'll come crawling back from the recesses of my fucking brain.
Yeah, so they find out, Fruit Myers, we gotta go and investigate Fruit Myers. So they're like, he's hiring for female waitresses. And as you know, Fred's into traps.
We're making that again. Anyways, this is the second time today we watched something with people in drag.
Yeah, so we watched Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and it fucking ruled. I really liked it.
I'm so glad she enjoyed it. If she hadn't liked it, I would have been so sad because I love that movie.
It was real good. I was just like obsessed.
Can't lift my head up.
You really can't. You're melded into the couch. You've become one with it. But yeah, that was real good. And I feel like the Scooby universe writers also liked Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and decided to do a send-up of that with this bit. And it definitely wasn't just a casual, haha, dressing in drag is funny bit.
This was the writer's homage to 1996 cult queer classic, The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Yeah, that's what it was. Clearly. And so they go in, and gang commits crime number, what, 3, 4 of the episode? Where
Is it breaking and entering if they left Scooby and Shaggy inside?
I think it's a breach of trust. Like, if
Okay.
you got left behind to close up Albertsons,
And I just started letting people
and you
in.
just started, like,
I would get
and you
fired.
went over, and I'm like, hey, let me go in and sneak around the office and stuff, then,
Yeah.
yeah, you'd probably get fired. Maybe it's not a crime, but you definitely get fired about it. Although that's not really an issue for them.
Yeah,
and so they go in.
Wealthy high school kids.
That's true. And so they go in and they search around. Scooby uses his lock-picking powers, and they go in and the monster's there. The Google, as I'll call it. Courtney just made a face. And so the Google chases them around and tries to shoot them with his goo. And he just tries to get him with his goo.
I want to know.
Yeah?
Like, in that first episode of the first season that we watched,
yeah,
they explained how, like, the costumes worked.
Yeah.
How... I want to know how this man was shooting unlimited Freezy Ghoul.
Yeah.
From... Like, I want to know how the suit works.
There's some stuff in Scooby-Doo that gets glossed over, and I was kind of surprised in the first episode when they did, because I'm used to Scooby-Doo kind of glossing over stuff like that.
I want to know how it works.
Yeah, apparently this teacher... I'm sorry, I spoiled it. I slipped the reveal too soon, but it's the teacher, the professor guy.
And it's because we don't pay teachers enough. Have you not seen Breaking Bad?
It's an iconic bit. He's like, why'd you need the money? You have a job as a teacher. And he just stares at them.
And they're like, oh yeah, right, okay, I'm sorry.
It's an iconic bit. I feel like I've seen that around on, like, Tumblr and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good one. And, but apparently he can afford a goo suit?
Fuck, homie, I don't know.
He didn't even that one is not explained. Some Scooby stuff I don't mind. As long as, like, the who and the why and the how and stuff is explained. Yeah. And they were like, some of the plan doesn't make sense. Like, he was like, I found the caves and I hatched my plan. And then I'm like, because
he's trying to, the caves go to the bank.
Yeah. So he's trying to rob the bank. And,
I guess we should have included that.
Yeah, we should probably rearrange this. But no, so, like, we'll come back to that. We'll talk. So they go into the Fruit Myers, chased by the monster, and then Daphne falls down into the caves, and they're like, "Whoa, guys! There's a secret passage to the caves here!" And they go running around, and it's like, "I'm gonna get him. I'm going to snare him. I'm going to what's another word? So I don't keep doing that bit. I have to stop myself.
I don't know.
But Fred keeps doing that, and so he sets up the Rube Goldberg machine that
entraps them.
Yeah, that encages them, and
he does not set it up properly.
It's a bit. It's a whole thing where they're like it's just like and
then he has like an autistic meltdown about it.
The joke is that it's like this dumbass Rube Goldberg machine that does completely unnecessary, and it doesn't even
there's
work.
Multiple times where if they just like stopped there and done it right, they would have hit the monster.
Yeah, and that's the bit, because Fred just wanted to make a big trap and it didn't work, and so then they all get trapped except for Daphne, and she runs and she tries to get it, and the goo goes up and tries to spray his goo on her, and she's like, "Oh no!" And then suddenly Fred comes in with his giant hose and he sprays down the goo.
That's exactly what happens
with his giant, and.
It's like a fire hose, but it's full of Fruit Myers smoothie.
Yeah, and Shaggy and Velma are also helping hold his big hose, and make sure that it stays upright while he fires his goo.
And Daphne's like, "Fred, you saved me," and he's like, "Not now, Daphne.
Get out of here, woman.
I have to figure out why my trap didn't work.
I am befuddled." And
he has to go.
He's like, "Oh,
look over his plans and figure out why he was off by 4 feet."
And then the sheriff Family Guy comes in, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And they're like, "Fruit Myers behind this," and they're like, "No, Fruit Meyer called us," and he's there.
He's still in his clown outfit, making fucking balloon animals.
That's just his face. Courtney. That's just how he is. So then they're like, "I've
told this story before."
Okay.
About the fact that when I was like 6,
yeah,
maybe, I went to my friend Jamie's birthday party, and they had a pinata and a clown, and they gave me the bat to go to the pinata, and I chased the fucking clown. I do, like, hand to God. This is a thing that happened. Multiple people have told me this story. I don't like clowns.
Not on my fucking turf. But Courtney, you live with me. I'm sorry, I had to do that. I know it was on me, but I had to do that. It was right there. All right. But yeah, so Courtney's got full cornholio.
Now, I was gonna say I did what now? Those were not words.
I was gonna edit that out, but now I have to keep it in. So they're like, "Who is it?" And they take off the mask. It's Dr. Mark Ruffalo. Whoa!
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that every time.
I forget what his real name was, but he's the doctor, professor, and
Ruffalo?
Yeah, and he was like, yes, it was my plan all along, or whatever. And he explains that he found the cave by accident and realized it went under the bank, and he's like, all right, I'll frame Fruitmeyer. I'll get him by using his goo.
All
and
he did
then
was sell a delicious dessert product.
Well, I don't know where it came from. Like, there's a lot that doesn't make sense. Like, so he went underground. Why was Fruitmeyer's stuff underground?
In the radioactive tins.
In the radioactive
tins.
tins.
I don't know.
Yeah, why was that there? How did he get the
suspension of disbelief?
How did he get the suit? And then he's like, and then I gooed myself to do all the suspicion. But how did he get out?
Himself up into the ceiling.
Yeah, like he.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, as someone who's been in a public high school, if he did that, the ceiling would have come the fuck down.
It really would have. It's not that.
Those weird plates.
I mean, this does look like a rich town, though, where we're looking
Crystal
at
Cove,
it.
yeah.
So maybe it's a nice high school.
I don't know that it matters.
But yeah, no, he does that. He slingshots himself up, covered in goo, hits the ceiling, goos himself there. But how did he get back out to do the stuff?
I don't know.
It feels like
I don't understand this. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about an episode of Scooby-Doo.
No,
maybe I'm not smart.
No, it's just like, yeah, there's bits missing, and then so anyways, they get him. They're like, good job, guys, and then you did it. You solved the case, but also we're still mad at you because we were tired of your shit. Everyone in the show is tired of their shit. You've been doing this for 40 years. And so
it's from almost 40 years.
Yeah.
Go.
And lastly, the locket. So they're celebrating with Angel Dynamite, and they're like, oh, but who's this locket?
And they get a creepy fucking.
And they get a call from.
Made me think of Babysitter's Club. I'm not gonna lie.
He got a call from Mr. E, who is he's the guy. He's like, you're doomed, and you found that locket. You shouldn't have done that.
You done fucked up.
Now you're all part of You're all part of the mystery. And Scooby's like, whoa. And he's like, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And then that's like, to be continued.
Black.
Yeah. So that was the episode. And what did you think of it so far? It is a pretty different do.
I don't know yet. I'm not sold yet.
All right. I don't blame you. I don't think this was a particularly... I feel like it was not as strong as the last two. Because the classic do is classic. What's New Scooby-Doo is solid episodic. And I'm okay with letting that one fly a little bit more. But Mystery Incorporated does have a higher mystery story going on. So I'm a little more... What's the term? Not like harsh, but I'm a little more critical of it when it comes to that kind of stuff, but not too much. Like, it's not a deal. I don't obviously care how the Google did all his shit and stuff like that on a deep level. I'm not like what Scooby-Doo and Elon Musk.
He's a villain.
Yeah. Well, Elon Musk is a Scooby-Doo villain.
He is.
He's like some guy
so stupid.
No, he's like like this guy, he just kind of stole the robot suit. Can't you see it working out? Like, oh, who did this? Who's attacking SpaceX or whatever? And then pull the hood off the test of the Cybertruck, and it's Elon Musk, and he's like, Elon Musk?
Oh my god.
Oh no, he's got big Scooby-Doo villain energy to me.
He does.
Yeah.
Because he's a bad person and he's stupid.
And he's dumb. and he's got robotics despite
Yeah.
being vastly incompetent. So he
Yeah.
could like, make me a monster suit. And they're like, what for, Elon?
What for, Mr. Musk?
What for, Mr. Musk?
I hate
I'm gonna
his name. It kind of makes
Musk.
me just.
I want to be a musky husky.
Oh no. No. John said that once.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god! That's so good.
This is what happens when you're friends with fucking furries.
Mr. Musk, you need to clean your fursuit.
No,
I want to be a musky husky.
God. He would spend so much money on the worst fursuit.
He would.
It would be like
He
the
would
cheapest
get-
shit you've ever seen, but he would have spent like $8,000 on it.
Yeah, he would get like the cyber fur, and it would be like the world's first cybernetic Neuralink fursuit, and he's walking out in it, and everyone is booing him.
You know?
He posts on Twitter that he's got his new fursuit. Check out this thing I commissioned from like some shitty artist dude who's like also a Republican or some shit.
There are Republican furries.
Look at this
Wow.
AI art of my fursona.
Oh my god. They put it into the whatever the Google Gemini is, and it made it woke. Whatever dumb shit.
Oh god. There's a non-zero chance Elon Musk might be in something Scooby-Doo, but let me check real quick.
Oh, that's gonna hurt my
I'm
fucking
afraid.
soul.
But he is like a celebrity, basically.
Well, he's certainly not anything else.
It looks like no, actually.
Oh,
It looks
Christ.
like the most he's done is post some Scooby-Doo memes. Thank goodness. He was in The Simpsons, so
Velma
that's
would
why
smoke his ass.
Velma would kick his ass. That would be really good.
Like, just annihilate him.
He's like, hey gang, look, it's Elon Musk. shut up, what are you talking about? Like, shut up. But overall, did you have any more thoughts?
No, it's the weakest episode we've seen so far, though, and I'm really sad, because
Yeah, no, it
I
picks
don't
up.
actually want to roast you.
No, it's fine.
Sometimes.
It gets better, I want to say, like, later into the season, once the plot stuff starts kicking in. So,
It's like the first season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah. What?
Starts slow, but then, like...
Oh,
I've
I've never seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I hate cops.
It's the only propaganda that matters.
No, I
It's
will
the
I will
only
fight you.
propaganda that matters.
No, we don't cotton to your folk around here. Anyways, so yeah, overall, this is I think I'd like to keep watching and see the rest of the season because I do like the show. I think you'll like it as it picks up. But this was definitely the weakest one we've seen so far. So it is the worst Scooby-Doo episode of all time that we've reviewed.
Obviously.
Yeah. And do we have any thoughts about right. Side note, we also got a new theme song thanks to my friend Harmless. She composed it for us. And it's real good. I like it. And we have an official name, Munchie Machine, and because what are we if not Munchie Machines? Hopefully, as long as that's not Googled. Fuck. I hope so. And if you, dear watcher, dear listener, Zana and or Curtis, the two people watching.
Truck.
Is it? Well, we're a podcast. Like, there's Sonic the Restaurant and Sonic the Game, and those don't compete, so... Who knows? We'll figure it out. But you, dear listener, if you have a Scooby-Doo thing for us to watch, let us know, and we will put it on our list, and we'll watch it, probably. And, yeah, we're sticking to the shows right now, because the episodes are shorter, and they're, like, quicker to digest and stuff. But I'd like to do the movies, too. Anything else?
No.
Alright, then play us off, Harm. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Special thanks to Harmless for doing this awesome intro, outro song for us. It's awesome. We love it.